Sorry. So just, go through that, and you see that at the end of the day, you are having the ammonia level is the ammonia that is being generated per day is going to be 180 gram of ammonia per day. Now, your filter must at least manage the quantity of ammonia that is being generated per day, or it should be in excess. It should be able to manage more so that your system is safe in case of anything. So that density, that's the maximum number you can have. 83. And of course, you will not maximize it. You will have to reduce the number. You will have to reduce the number so that you can you can have you can create an allowance. That's just to show how you can do the calculation. Let's just take this second stage, the second question, and then we will end for the day there. And that's now. The second question is also saying that a fish farmer intends to start. Okay, sorry. The stage management. The stage management is another way of how you can maximize your fish production considering the number of facilities you have. You want to maximize your production. Well, I think maybe we should start that in the next class, so that I won't take because it might take some time, and I'm getting a low battery now. So let's have some questions, and we just end it there. So we'll start from the stage management. Hello? 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 Oh my God. Hello?
Hello, we're hearing you, we're hearing you.
Okay, so can we just take some questions? I'm having low battery already. So we'll start from there the next class.
Okay, so if anybody has a question, he should indicate by raising his hand, so that we'll. But there's one question from Dr. Chigozi. She said, "How do you know the fries are unstable?"
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chigozi. How do you know that the fries are unstable? What I mean is that when you are picking your fry from wherever you're buying them, if you're not producing your fry yourself, you have to check some parameters to see that, one, their movements, they are moving the normal way of fish fry are supposed to move. The normal swimming, it's not going to be erratic swimming, and at the same time, it's not that they're going to be a piping, on the water surface. It's not going to be that they are going to be hanging, vertically. They are moving freely. They are, healthy and agile. So you want to make sure that you are not picking weak. Oh, so you want to be sure you're not picking weak fries. Then, like I said, look at the size disparity. You look at some other factors. Those are the things that you need to consider. Then you also look at maybe if there are body lesions, and look at the coloration, look at some other qualities that you as a farmer thinks will are ideal for you.
Okay.
Then the second one is, please, what does this term TAN stands for? Oh, okay. It means total ammonia nitrogen. So it's a total ammonia nitrogen in your water. You know, we have two types. We have the we have two types of ammonia nitrogen, but the whole thing is the TAN is total ammonia nitrogen, and that determines, you know, like we did the calculation, that determines what you have to remove these, and that because there are two factors that you need to when you are managing your water. You look at the oxygen content. You want your fish to have enough oxygen, especially if they are not catfish. But even if it is catfish, it's better. So the oxygen content and the TAN content. So you want to make sure that these are well removed by your filtration system. So that is what that is all about. Then how do you stabilize the temperature if you are USIG? I don't understand what is USIG.
Okay, I think Dr. Leo can clarify that. Dr. Leo, you have to mute.
If you are using keg to transport your fish, if you are using keg instead of the polythene.
Well, all you just need to do is, like your keg, you can put, like I said, whatever you're using to, if it's something portable, drop it on your water. Gradually, the temperature will, although kegs are temperature, you release the water you allow the water to come into the keg slightly, you know, then it will, the change in temperature will not be drastic. The most important thing is you don't want a drastic change in temperature so that your fish will not have temperature shock. So that's the only thing I can, you know, suggest. And I think it would be easy for you to do it that way. So in essence, is it the filter capacity that determines the stocking density? We will come to that. I think we still have some questions that addresses that. The filter capacity is a crucial, if you're talking of recirculatory systems, the filter capacity is the crucial determinant, but it's not the only determinant. The filter system helps you in managing TAN, and of course, so some solid waste, the solid waste and TAN. So that is what the filter systems will do. But you also have other factors like the oxygen capacity. I mean, the input and the request very important. So these are the two key things that you use to determine your stocking density. The filter capacity, in terms of pond, they usually refer to it as the carrying capacity. So, but the filter capacity and the oxygen requirement are those two key things that has to be worked on to determine your stocking density. Signs of temperature shock. Oh, well, it's the signs of temperature shock. How will I put it? Of course, your fish will not be. You see that their behaviors will be quite different. It's like, you know, it's like when you are moving from a very hot place to a very chilly place, the way you respond And and if it is vice versa, the way you respond, it will be obvious. So the same thing with a fish. You will see that their behavior, if it is from very hot to cold, then you will see that they'll be sluggish, and some other things. If it is the other way, then they may have erratic movement, or it depends on from what side to another. So but it's just similar to what you have in man. When you are moving from one area to another, and you see that the temperature difference is marked. So it's just is something similar, but you will see that the fish will be uncomfortable. It will be obvious that the fish will be a bit uncomfortable, but you can easily feel it yourself, the difference in the temperature. How do you stabilize temperature if you are using keg to transfer your fingerlings? I think we've addressed this. We have answered that.
Yeah,
Is there any remedy to temperature shock? I don't know about I don't know about any remedy, but the most important thing is you avoid it. If you can avoid it, then I think that's the best, because it's like you have a disease condition and you are now looking. Why are you looking for treatment of disease condition when you can prevent it? So temperature shock, I don't know if it's a form of stressor. It's a stressor. So the remedy depends on what comes out. It might potentiate a different response depending on the different stock. So it depends on the response that then you will have to think of how to manage. But if there is much difference in temperature and you have that kind of thing, your fish may start dying. So, and of course, there's no way you can only manage those that are still alive.
Yeah, thank you.
So I think I've answered those questions.
I just have a slight addition.
Okay.
Yeah, the 4 kilotherms, they cannot control their body.
Yeah.
So they take the temperature of water. And if the temperature is too cold for them, their metabolic rate will be arrested. So they will be inactive generally. Some of them might die due to the cold shock. So the best thing is to just avoid cold shock by adapting them to the temperature that is adequate. I don't know if you can add something. Yes, go ahead.
I think that's the main. And like you said, if it's moving from high temperature to low temperature, you have said it. Their metabolic rate will drop, and then they'll be likely inactive, and you see some of them start dying. But if it is the other way around, it is still you see them being erratic, and of course they might start dying too. So the best thing is to avoid it.
Okay, Dr. Muiwa. Dr. Muiwa?
I think
I've unmuted him. You can talk.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Babasha?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. How are you? Yeah, I am in transit between Abuja and Kefi. I'm close to Kefi now. I park on the road to be part of this class.
Thank you very much.
So I'm on a trip to project site.
Okay, thank you so much. Can you respond to that?
I wanted to, but I think you came in and yeah, well, not far from, the key word here is shock, please. Temperature shock. It's just like having somebody, a shock that is synonymous to what we talked about in the human being. It clearly shows that the temperature is extreme. And what really happens, some immediately we see situations where people are introducing, seed into a rearing system, and due to the sharp temperature, they get stunted, unconscious, and death, mortality immediately. It can lead to a whole fish kill. Even it can lead to fish kill if the temperature and temperature are different. Especially, I've not seen the one of the warm water, mostly in the the one that the
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh. Hello.
Yes, go ahead. We can hear you.
Hello.
Okay.
So my yes. What has it isn't. Yeah, for some of us in the field. Wow. You can hear me.
Yes, go ahead.
Wow. Dr. Babashani.
Yes, go ahead. We
you
can
people
hear you.
hear me?
Yes.
Hello. The take here is one of the things here. Especially with because we've been dealing mostly with this catfish that is a rugged fish, and all the rest of them. So nobody, especially for some of us who are predominantly spending our time on the field, it's not a common sight, but it does happen. It does happen. So it's not a common finding out here. Whether you are transferring, whether they are you are stocking farms with fingerlings or doing the adult one, it's not a common finding. It does happen. So I think that also should be taken note of, because the type of fish species we are commonly we are conversant with here, and the temperature, like the water temperature, of course, there's a stratification of temperature within the water system, and a whole lot of other things, that also afford the fish to be able to stabilize. So for now, I think that's just what one can say for now.
Okay, thank you very
Somebody
much.
said that in case the weather. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead, sir.
Do we have other questions?
Yeah, I think there is someone asking a question here, saying that can little quantity of ice block be added by the to the transport medium in case where the vehicle doesn't have a cooling system? Well, like that, it's possible, but you have to do it with great care. It cannot be direct. You can add it direct because you want to avoid what we've been talking about, So the best thing is, maybe you can have, when you pack your fish, maybe you have something, I've heard of that before, where somebody used it, but I can't really picture, I can't really remember how the person used it, but but you have to be careful how you use it. It cannot be directly inside the water. It has to be outside. What you want is, you want to manage the temperature to be around maybe 24, 25, You don't want a situation whereby you're stressing the fish as well. So for you to use ice block directly inside, no. Except maybe ice pack somewhere that is not directly inside, just to keep the environment, okay for the fish. So that's the little I can, say about that. I've heard of it. I think I heard of it maybe once or twice, but it's not a common practice. Then in a case where the weather
Dr. Babashani.
Yes, Dr. Inka, Dr. Muiwa.
Yeah, please, with regards to this temperature issue,
Yes.
One of the things that practitioners can do is to,
it becomes another.
there are two phases.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah, especially with regards to transportation of fish from one location to the other. What we do is just like what you do when you are transporting day-old chicks. We transport very early morning hours before the sun rises. I get my products, they travel overnight so that the temperature is friendly, or they travel in the cool of the evening when the sun is setting. So those two extremes are good, not the midday. They try as much as possible to avoid midday when the sun is extremely high. The sun heat and the heat within the vehicle in which they are transporting the fingerlings mostly, or juvenile or whatsoever, the vehicle can become very hot inside, and they can be a very, very high temperature that can serve as a stress factor to the fish. So my advice is, which I do, my fish are transported overnight, or they leave very early in the morning and they will enter the place before the sun is high up there. So just need to work within those, profile the temperature ranges and make sure the entire cool and all that. Especially if you are transporting brood stocks. Brood stocks are highly very sensitive. Some months back, there are some brood stock we brought in from Mondo around 16.
Hello? Are you with us? Dr. Muiwa? Hello?
Temperature cool of the morning to transport our fish in the cool of the morning or towards evening. Thank you. Babashani. Hello. Dr. Yinka is even off. Hello. Babashani.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Muiwa. Can I just add one more question?
Do please.
Okay, usually those that are transporting their fish in the polythene bags, is there a maximum number you can use to transport in a single bag?
I don't transport with I don't transport with polythene bag. I use plastic kegs, please.
All right, so what
we transport polythene. Are dealing with tilapia. Listen, tilapia.
Okay.
And even that is because of the introduction of the oxygen component.
Okay.
We introduce and tie them out and transport. So there is this is what you do when we are using the keg. A keg like 50 50 liters keg. That 50-liter keg, if you fill it up, that 50-liter keg can even go up to 10,000 fingerlings. It can take 5,000 fingerlings. What inform your stocking rate in this aspect is one, distance to be covered before the fish get to their destination. You have to take that into cognizance. The distance, fine, because filling up, at least fill up, really do your 5,000 when you do fingerlings that are 5 weeks old, 6 weeks old. Yes, 5 weeks old, because the size of your fish matters. The sizes of your fish matters. Can you hear me? Right? The sizes of your fish matters when you are using all these things like the keg and the rest of them. So the older the fish grows, the sizes have increased and they occupy more space. They need more, they get stressed easily and all that. So what you do, I think we are going to talk about this very well some other time when I have you people. But for now, just know that you use your eyes. You judge with your eyes. You judge with the distance. How far am I going to be? If you are transporting like from Lagos to Maiduguri, wow, that is a very long distance, and people do it. So what do? Your stocking rate must decrease. Then the water will be refreshed at every stopping point. The driver must cooperate with you. The person transporting it must cooperate with you. For instance, from Ondo to Lokoja, by the time they stop, he has to help you to add more water, possibly reduce the water a little bit, add more water. Those things will be done, possibly. With these are the understanding then before they get to Abuja. From Abuja, he can get to Kaduna. So if Kaduna is the destination, he will refresh the water, maybe add 1 or 2 liters in Lokoja, add 1 or 2 liters in Abuja, just so that the oxygen level in the water will increase. The fish are interesting. One of the good things is that they can easily go into a state of inactivity, more like hibernation, and they can conserve their energy and metabolism. They can do all that. So it's also good for you. So the whole essence is just for you to have an understanding. Sorry, I'm parked along the road. So you must have an understanding and be able to play with those variables and dynamics. That is all. But your 50-liter keg, plastic keg, 50 liter, you can do fingerlings. You can do 5,000 fingerlings there. You can do 5,000 fingerlings. Filled 80% filled up with water is good. And it's also good, the quality of water you are putting in, not just any water. A water with a low DO, oxygen level, will not sustain them for long. So all these things are important, but it's doable and there's nothing to worry about. Hello, Doc.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there any other question for Dr. Muiwa?
Please, any other question, please, you can ask.
We have barely 5 minutes to the end of the meeting.
Yeah, I've seen that. If there is not, maybe I'll just quickly update.
Okay.
Update. Yeah, I want to just quickly update with this West African Aquatic Veterinary Association thing. I think I mentioned sometimes, Doc.
All right. So you can go ahead.
Yeah, so quickly. Yeah, so I'd like to appreciate everybody. Appreciate our host, Dr. Babashani. God bless you. Currently, I'm deep, like I say, I'm on the road in the bush somewhere between Abuja, close to Kefi. Now, for the numbers of been consistent. I would just encourage us to continue. As it is, a lot of our international body, the World Aquatic Veterinary Medicine Association, they take interest in what has been going on. And the whole essence, the discussion going on now is because there's no any certified aquatic veterinarian in the whole of Africa. There is none. We only have them in North, South America, Europe, and the rest. And that's why when our people go out there, they want to do things they can't do because they are not certified. So we are working on something, and they too are working on something. They have been reaching out, talking on how to get us into a structured certification program, which they have. They have how they do it there, and they are trying to adapt it. And that's why we also have the big boss, Professor David Scarf, who has joined us to monitor what we are doing and see very soon, before possibly the end of this year, they will be able to have the program rolled out for us, the Nigerian veterinarians who are interested in getting certified. And that certification is world over recognized. You can practice anywhere in the world, anywhere with the world. It opens doors. It opens doors. So it puts you in a world, in a different class altogether. So working seriously to see how that can be done. And I think it's a 2 years program. The rest, the mentoring courses to be taken online, structured. And at a point, as we are going, we see a place of collaboration. And thank God for people like Dr. Babashani and those who have stayed are committed. I'm seeing a situation where we are going to have a structured webinar, of course, structured webinar trainings and the rest of them, that will quality, top notch, and the rest of them. But so far, so good. We are pushing it, whether there are 2 or 3 persons, we are pushing it. And I would just like to appreciate everybody, Dr. Leo, Dr. Lakpade, Professor Zigbe, and co. And I saw Dr. Fatima today. I've never seen this name before, but you are welcome. So please let us keep on going. Thank you very much. Dr. Baba, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Inka. I'm sure we enjoyed the meeting today, and we hope to see you next time, which will be on Saturday.
Is this Saturday? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So thank you so much for joining us. We hope you join us on Saturday again. Have a nice day.
All right.